Hello and welcome to In the Kitchen with Pen, and today I'm going to show you another cake recipe, and this is for a cinnamon apple loaf cake. So come on down and have a look at the ingredients. In this bowl we have 135 grams of caster sugar and 115 grams of softened butter. I'm going to cream those together and I'm going to add 2 eggs. Then in this bowl here I have 200 grams of plain flour mixed in with 1 3/4 teaspoons of baking powder. I also have a large chopped apple, and I'm going to add just a few raisins as well. And then here I have a mix of cinnamon and brown sugar. So let's get started, shall we? So I'm going to cream the butter and the sugar together. Oops. And once that's done, we'll be back. Right, that's fairly well creamed together, and now we need to add our eggs. So we'll add one in and we'll mix, and then we'll add the other. And in with the other egg. Egg everywhere. Right, I did neglect to say that we need some vanilla in this, so I'm using a little vanilla bean paste, 1.5 or approximately 1.5 teaspoons. Now we're going to go in with this plain flour mixed in with the baking powder. I'll get this all mixed in and we'll come back. We also need to add in 120 ml of milk. So I've got 60 ml in there. And we're going to go in with the other 60. Right, so as you can see, your batter is relatively loose. Okay, so I'm just going to take my brain's gone mixers out, and I'm just going to make sure that it's all folded through with a spoon. We don't want any pockets of flour or just butter and sugar. Everything needs to be mixed nicely, and it is. Now here I have a £1 loaf tin, and this is a reusable loaf tin liner. I picked them up in Aldi a while back. I noticed they've got them in again this week, and they're £1.29 for 2. So as I say, reusable, perfect. Haven't got one of these. Butter and flour, your baking tin, loaf tin. Okay, or you could use a paper loaf tin liner. It's fine. Okay, so now we need to pop only half of our batter into the tin. and we need to spread it out. And as usual, I'm trying to resist the urge to eat the batter as it is. I always go back to childhood when I'm making cakes, I'm afraid, and want to eat all of the batter and lick the spoons. Right, now when you're happy with it being fairly level, you go in with your apple and you just sprinkle it on top all the way along. This is an eating apple, I should have said, sorry, not a Bramley, not a cooker, just an eating apple. Right, so that's the apple, and now this is optional, but I'm going to go on with a few raisins as well. And I'm just going to preheat this, which is my air fryer. So I'm going to choose the cake option, and I'm going to have to up the time because it will take about 40 minutes. In fact, I'm going 45 and start, so that'll give it a chance to start just preheating. Okay, so we have the raisins and apples on top. Well, they're going to be in the middle, aren't they? Because we're now topping with the rest of the cake mix. And I'll come back when it's done. Right, as you can see, I'm using my scraper to get most of it, if not all of it, out of the bowl. Okay, so, and then what we're going to do is we're just going to push it over the apples and raisins so that they are covered. Right, so that's done. Wash my hands. And now we have this cinnamon and sugar mix. And what we're going to do is we are just going to sprinkle, it seems to be rather a lot, but sprinkle it over, and then we're going to get a skewer. Why might we be getting a why might we be getting a skewer? Right, this is why. Because we're going to swirl it all in so that it comes into the mix as well as sitting on top of it. Okay. Some more. This will also give a little crust to the cake, which is always nice. And we're going to swirl again. I'm upping the temperature to 180 because in an ordinary convection oven you would cook this at 200 for between 30 and 40 minutes. So we're just going to put this in and shut the door. Right, and oops, I knew it didn't go in that way as well. Do you know that? There we go. Now we can shut the door, and I will check it after about 30. Let me have a look at you. I will check it after about 30 minutes, and if it needs extra, I'll keep it in there. I'll use a skewer. If the skewer comes out clean, then I know that it's cooked. So we'll come back when this is cooked. Okay, I've checked the cake about 5 or 6 minutes ago and it wasn't quite cooked. So we have less than a minute to go, and fingers crossed that this time it's actually cooked. Here we go, we're just about to finish. It says off, there we go. Right, let's take a little look. Okay, wow. It smells good. And that skewer looks clear to me. Yep, that is cooked. So, what I need to do now is leave it for 10 minutes, and then I will take it out of the baking tin. So let's let that cool. Computer, set timer for 10 minutes.
10 minutes, starting now.
There we go. We'll be back in 10. Right, our 10 minutes is up. So I can take, computer, stop. I can take the cake out of the cake tin. Computer, will you stop? Sorry about that. Sometimes I talk to them just like a child. Okay, now let's lift and pull down. There we are. Oh, who's that ringing me? That's my daughter ringing. I'll ring her back. Okay, there we are. There we have a delicious apple cinnamon loaf cake. So I can tell you now, it smells really, really nice. Right, I'll be cutting a slice of that later. I mean, the temptation, look, there's a little bit there, can you see? I'm going to try that. Because the temptation is to have some now. Do you know what? I think I need a cup of tea, don't you? A cup of tea and a slice of this, but it's a bit too near dinner time. Oh, wonderful. So I'd just like to say thank you for watching this episode of In the Kitchen. Do you know what? With pen. If you've got any questions, any comments, write them down below. If you've liked the video, give us a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and if you are subscribed, ding that bell down below so that you are notified every time we put on a new video. So for now, from me and my apple cinnamon loaf cake, I'll see you again very soon. Bye bye. If you like what we're doing, don't forget to give us a like. If you'd like to subscribe, click on our picture here. If you want to see more videos of what we get up to, click here. Thanks for watching. Bye.